blues size. It enters for me perfectly. Welcome. I'm so happy everybody's here tonight. I thought nobody would show up since I was on the awards thing, but I think Frank and David and Mike are honored. So I congratulate the three of you as well. And I'm honored to be part of this tonight. Andrew said it. 44 years in the industry really helped me provide for Jane and my kids. But I want to kind of start with three thank yous and keep this moving along. Number one, the Electric Association of Chicago. 25 years on the board. Thank you, Blue, Steve Mulligan, Bobby Pell, and the executive committee past presidents that voted for me and for us tonight. So thank you, guys. It's been a pleasure. Can't tell you how much it's meant to be part of that, part of the EA all these years. Secondly, the employers that Andrew talked about. So working for Westinghouse out of college, great electrical company, one of the folks who founded electricity, and General Electric and Westinghouse for years were the dominant manufacturers of electrical equipment. So that was a great experience. Eaton bought us at Westinghouse in 1994, so became an Eaton guy, and came to Chicago right when that happened. So I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment, how Chicago shaped me dramatically. And then worked for Wesco for 4 years, as Andrew said, and got to meet great people like Mike Wall, one of my best friends, and had a great 4 years there. And then thanks to Rick Kerman and the Steiner group, I got to have a chance to work with you the last 10 years. So thank you very much, Rick, and thanks Steiner team. Thanks for being here tonight. So, the third thank you would be my family, as others have done. Frank and Mike have done. That's family's everything. Andrew had that listed first in my list of passions, and that's certainly those who know me that know that's the most meaningful part of my life. So thank you to first I'll start with my mother and dad. Steel mill worker, my dad. He was the first Andrew F. Wandike, and high school educated, steel mill worker, classic Pittsburgher, and steady, brought that paycheck home every night. We talked about money. I heard him talk about money every night, literally my life. And God, I thank him. He passed away almost 22 years ago. Miss him every day. Great man. My mother's 88 years old. She's still in Pittsburgh. Couldn't be here tonight. She losing her eyesight a little bit and tough to travel. But she was the rock. She was like so many moms, stay-at-home mom, did everything for us. She was the strong one. She gave myself and my brother and sister kind of the belief, the confidence in ourselves, the self-esteem, the self-worth. She told me every single day when I go to school, you're the smartest kid in the class, best looking kid in the class, and then when I played sports, you're the best athlete in every team I was ever on. When I was about 15, I finally said, Mom, I know you got to say that, and thank you, but it's getting old, I know it's not true. And she shot right back saying, and she snapped. I remember there was yesterday, she snapped back, no, it is true. You got to believe it. I believe it, and you are. So I really love my mother. My wife of 40 years, 40 plus, we got a lot of longevity here in these marriages, right? So that's cool. That means a lot. So Jane's here, and she's the rock for our family. Does everything for all of us. So thank you, dear. I love you. Andrew, of course, the oldest son. You just met him. He's, as he said, Lighting Digest here in Chicago. So he's in the electrical industry. His son Danny's also in the electrical industry. He's a robotics guy. He worked out of school. He went to Penn State also. He started with Rockwell Automation, and went to Wago, and Rittal, and then Wago, and now he's with a robotics company out of Brussels, Belgium, doing great things. His wife Miriam couldn't be here tonight because she's home with her two little boys, Nash and baby Ford. And of course, Andrew's wife Lauren, who I skipped over accidentally. Lauren's here tonight as well, and they have three beautiful children, Olive, Laney, and Andrew the fourth, because Andrew's the third, I was the second, and now they have a baby, Andrew, who's the fourth, a beautiful little boy. So thanks, Lauren, for being here. Then my last, I mentioned Danny's wife, Mary. Well, I did say she's been on. My daughter, Emma, she works for Conagra downtown at the Mercantile Smart as an e-commerce marketing manager. So proud of those three and how much they've accomplished. And as most of us do, I owe it all to Jane and everything she did for us. So those are my thank yous. So my story, just real quick, I came here 30 years ago, as I mentioned, 1995. I truly didn't know a single one of you. I didn't know anybody in the industry. I was from Pittsburgh. Basically, I moved a lot with the jobs, Westinghouse and Eaton jobs, but I didn't know anybody here. So first 4 or 5 years as district manager, I fumbled around, did all the job elements, and did my best to perform. Eaton's #1 metric was market share, though, and we were at Eaton was a district 3rd share player to Square D hometown, Palatine, advertising on the Cubs and the Bears games, and they had the NASCAR car. And after about 4 years, I said I committed career suicide. Why did I take this job? And then, stroke of fate, we decided at Eaton to try a pilot. We hired a manufacturer's rep firm to represent us in the residential products segment. The first time that had ever been done, we always had a direct sales force, always. And we interviewed, well, first I went to the network book, when there was a book, and I checked out the agencies, and we settled on a few to interview, and we chose this company called Agents Midwest, Mr. Gibson, and Steve Gijak and Rich Bernay, and we chose them to represent us in Chicago. After about a year, residential share started to move. But more importantly, Mr. Gibson asked me if I wanted to join the board of the EA. I didn't really know much about it. I wasn't from here, wasn't a part of it. And literally from that day forward, got to know so many of you here, electrical contractor owners and presidents, and all the distributors, and the manufacturing reps, the manufacturers, and the consulting engineering community. Guess what? I started to feel like I was from Chicago. That was the neatest part. From Pittsburgh, you knew everybody. Here, I didn't know anybody, but I started to know everybody. I felt, I felt I was here, and as part of this electrical industry in Chicago, and the market share. After 9 years of that, being on the board, we became #1 market share in Chicago, and that was the career highlight for me. It happened because of my involvement in EA, so it's incredible. And again, so many friends I've made here, and I thank all of you for the help you've given me through the years. So that's my main thank you to the EA and what the EA's done for me. So lastly, both Mike and Frank talked about giving back. We're at the centennial, 100 years. We are aging, some of us, and as Mike mentioned, we're getting a little younger, not older. And for all those younger folks, it's been encouraging to see lots of younger folks coming into the organization. We've got some board members that are nice and young, and it's really good to see. So if you're not from the industry or new to it, or you're maybe not from Chicago like I wasn't, I didn't know people, getting involved can really help you. And with the centennial coming, please also join up and help the industry continue for the next 100 years. So I can't thank you enough, EA. Thanks everybody for being here tonight. God bless.